Right, and we're in. We've got it in. Took some filing. Sorry I ain't shown you getting it in, but it has been a bit of a pain in the backside. As you can see, I've had to file down just a little bit to get it in, and I had to fit the washer in because I did have a cassette on this, and I had to have it taken off because it wouldn't clear it. The dropout wasn't big enough, and without a washer, that was catching, so it weren't moving. But just that washer now has changed it. So that's fitted nicely there. On this side, I didn't put a washer in. And now I'm thinking I could have got a washer in there, but I've tried getting it out and it's firmly in. So I'm thinking if it's that firmly in now, obviously I'm going to put the lock-in washer in, and we're going to put a torque arm as well, and the bolt. So I think that's going to be fine. Yeah, so I might see if I can get it back out, but to be fair, how much it took me to get in, I think that's going to be fine with all that locking. As you've seen, I ain't actually shown you the bike yet. So I'm not going to tell you obviously it ain't locked in place, but it's just an old frame bike. Solid, nicer frame. It was in the back garden. No suspension on the front. No suspension on the back. Nice hardtail bike. These tyres look nice on it though. These maxi tyres. So the next stage I'll show you, we've got to put in the battery. What will go in here and here. Obviously hopefully the battery works after I decide to drop it. But yeah, so they're the next stages. And then we're going to put in the, I'll never show you, I actually stripped all the gearing out. It's where I've only put a single in now. That's all in. So yeah, we're getting there. Here we go. Alright, we're back. Before I start, I just want to let you know, I've put a new chain on, but I never actually showed you putting it on. And I've split it down to size. But just so you know, most of you'll know, but it's always been, I wish I knew I had somewhere to watch before, all in one place before I'd done it. So right, so when you split the chain, so what you do, you get your splitter, you put what link you want splitting in. Bear with me, it's quite an oily chain. In so like that, and then you just turn this round. Come on, it's getting there. Yeah. Then basically the pin inside comes out, pops through, and basically splits it in half. So what happens is, you take it out, and then that bit will just come off, and then you've got the right size chain. So that's just start with, just want to know. But anyway, what we're going to do now, so we've got everything on, we've got the washer on the inside, we've got the lock-in washer on the outside. Always put this inwards, so the tab is between the dropout, because then it sits flush, and that's the whole point of it. It's to stop it from spinning out. Never put it in. I've seen some people put it in that way, but it's pointless because it's not doing nothing. It's just like having a normal washer. Anyway, so that's back in. What we're going to do, we're going to do a torque arm, and I'm actually going to do 2 torque arms on this one. I only show you one, but so basically it comes in a kit. You get your Jubilee clip, you get your what's in there, you get your nut and bolt, and you get your 2 parts. Some people put it to the top, some people put it to the bottom, but the whole point is it's about strength. And the bottom bar is the most secure on this one. It's the biggest bar. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this in, like so. So that's going to sit like that. And then we're going to have this one to go on there. But actually it's not too bad. We could do it like that. I was going to do it on the inside, so it's a bit closer, but we can do it like that. So what we do, we put that on, and obviously we've got the main locking bolt for the axle here. So what we're going to do, I'll put it in here, so it's quite easy to turn with it in the casing for the minute. We're just going to secure it. We're not going to tighten it, just so it's in place, so we know it's going to sit. And And then we can come in with this. See what I mean? See now, let me undo it a bit. We've got to get the right hand. The more you tighten, the more that's going to push out. So it don't sit as flush. But I thought if we put it on the inside, like so. Nah. Right. We're going to go that side. Right. No problem. So we get our bolt. It's up to you what side you want to do it, whatever easier for you. So I'm going to go. Do we want to go that way? Or do we want to go that way? We'll go that way. I want to come from the back inwards. Get my bolt. So. Lock it. One tighten. And we got. Okay, bear with me one sec. Right, change of plan. I think we're going to go that way. As long as we're not going to interfere with the chain there, are we? No. Make sure that's in. But I think by circling, going back on ourselves, we get that nice and tight. Nice, because we can go that way. But I think going that way, we're just creating more. And that's good. Yeah. It was nice and tight. If we get a couple more turns on it. Yep, that's what you don't do. Go through your finger. Oh, got away quick there. Right, that's nice and tight. Right, and then what we do, we make sure this part's nice and tight. Right, so behind there, it's because this is an old bike, it's got a different sort of frame on it. So it's, I've got to try and get things put in where I can. Is that going the right way? Let's have a look. Want that nice and tight. Sorry for the sound effects. That ain't going anywhere. Right. One more time, just to make sure. Ah, lovely. Lovely job. What we do, we'll just snip that bit off. Actually, what we should have done, see, I'm not going to edit that out because that's mistakes. This is the first time I've done it. And that would have hit the chain at the back. It's got to be more around to the front. But that's what we call learning, don't we? So I know next time that does not go that way. Right. Couple more turns. Yeah, we get one more on that. Perfect. And the chain still go on. Not hitting nothing. Look at that. Perfect. Right. Torque on. That is solid as anything. Right. Different adapter. Now, just going to tighten the bolt up. I always say tight, but not overly tight. So that feels good. And then that inside, make sure everything can still turn. Okay, feels a bit tight. Loosen it a little bit. Better, isn't it? Here's one more. There we go. Still feels free. Just check nothing's rubbing. Feels good. Right, that bit's on. It's alright. Put the torque arm on that side. Torque arm on that side. Chain on. Chain keeps slipping. I think might not be the right one. I'll sort that out at a later date. It's not the end of the world. That's coming on. And what I have done, I've connected it all up. I am going to do it properly and reconnect it. I'm going to take it all apart now, just because I want to see if it works. Alibaba kit. Let's see if it works. So I've roughly connected everything. It's all roughly everywhere, but I will be doing that again and putting it all together so you will see. So we'll switch on the battery. Hopefully, please say, after I've dropped the battery, hopefully this is working. Why ain't that working? Let me turn it on. Right, I've got to hold the button now. I think. Oh, there we go. Throttle. Is this going to work? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Oh, it's working. It worked. Right. So, now we know it's working. The next part will be now putting everything together. So we're going to have to put on the battery on the bike. We've got to put the controller in and everything from there. And I must say so myself, for an old frame, I'm going to clear it. So I'm going to take all them stickers off, lacquer it up, make it look really nice. But you put a nice set of tyres on it, hub motor, and that looks all right. And that bike must be 15, 20 years old. And it's looking good. So yeah, no problem. So join me for the next part. Sorry, I know this video is in bits and pieces, but I'm learning myself. I've got to look through stuff, but I'm just hope stuff like this helps. And this is the baby of the project. The next one's going to be the big one, but next bit coming up. All right, we're back again. So I've started taking off all the stickers. I've played about. I've started connecting the electronic brakes. Now this is the fun bit. This is the bit I think I'm going to enjoy more, trying to figure out where everything goes. So, right here, right, so what we've got? We've got the battery, controller, we've got the screen, the brakes, all this got to go on. I did buy a box for the controller, but it was too small. So we're going to go with the original. Well, I was going to use this to cover the battery, but I'm not going to bother with that now. So we're going to use this for the controller. It might not look great, and I might have to then figure out how to get another box to put on, but that's what we're going to do for the minute. Just see if we can get it outside, get it going, do some speed runs, and then I can tidy it up. I've got some gold pedals coming, just make it look sort of nice as well. So what we're going to start with the battery. Right, so lucky enough I had a box of bolts and they actually fit perfect, so that's good. So the plan is we're going to go in with the battery here. So then we can run the cable up, and then we're going to have the battery's going to fill up here. It's going to be a bit of a tight fit, but because it's not going to take up the whole bag controller, we're going to have the controller here so everything can go into it. So on here, this is where you have your bottle mount for your bottle. So what we're going to do, we're going to use that to hold it in place, but then we're also going to put some cable tie around both sides just in case, because we don't want the battery falling off as we're riding. So oh, there's me like getting carried away. We'll put the plate in first, so put that in there, get that ready. Right, goes in there, and into there. Oh, like I said, this is a first time build from home, so it's learning. Sort of, there's a few things next time when I do it, I think, no, that was a better way of doing it. But, oh, is that the perfect fit? Actually, is that going to be the perfect fit to that one as well? Might do. That looks like it's going to be out by a little bit. Let me have a look. Can we go any more? Well, we can try. See what happens. Right, so we'll just get that one in to hold it in place. I do have my Allen key. Cool. We can tighten that up. Get that nice and positioned. Da -da -da. Right. Close that one. Just getting in my bloody way. There we go. That's on. The only thing is, I don't think the other one's gonna get past the hole, what is really annoying. Right, so do we just cable tie that one on then, if that's going to be the case, because that is really annoying. So we can move that out, sort of bypass that. I don't think that would look too bad there. Let's try it. Just the more sort of screws we've got in it, more it holds it in place, the better. Probably, but if there's going to be a sort of couple of sacrifices along the way of things not looking 100%, then that's the way it's going to be. Right, let's get it back. See if that actually fits on. I ain't bent it out of line or anything. So it's a bit harder because obviously I've got the bike on the stand, so I'm not got it positioned properly, but that seems like that fits. Right, let's turn it on. Let's go around this side and do the tester button. Just make sure it is actually connected. Yeah, and that feels pretty secure. To be honest, I don't feel like it's going anywhere. Obviously I can be on the safe side, and we can put, I'm going to put cable tie around the top bit, so I don't have to bend out. You don't know with the speed and the force and that if that's going to make any difference, but I am happy with that. So now the next, we've got now see how we're going to put this in. Things we don't want it looking untidy either. And I can get a smaller bag, what will probably be end up being the option I go for. But for the minute, depending when the controller goes in, if we can sort of get that looking half neat going on there, I don't think that would overly look too bad. Yeah. Obviously we're gonna have to, that's a good point actually, that's gonna be in the bloody way, isn't it? Can we go higher? Maybe we'll slide it higher. And then we can go from there, so. Right, well that slid down. But the handlebars are in the bloody way now. And they're hitting me in the bloody head. What we do, we'll take that off anyway. That's got to come off anyway when we do it. So if we get this off now, it's probably never been off. Bloody hell. Why am I doing this back to front? Because the handlebars are twisted. Hang on. What way would it be? Yeah, it is that way. Bloody hell. I might have to end up drilling that out. Bloody hell. I'm going to snap the tool. Can you actually see that? Yeah, hopefully. I can't actually see what you're seeing because I've got my GoPro strapped to my cap. You know. Yeah. Get that out of the way so it's not jamming me in the head. Right, so what we can do, so ideally the hole's there, so we're going to want the controller to go that way. Actually be better if it could go side. Would it fit sideways? Hang on, have a little look there. See if that can go sideways. We can strap that there. That might actually fit. Well, we want it pointing down, don't we? Because we want the cables to run that way. And puff the bag out. And to be fair, strap that to the battery so that's puffed out so it don't look horrendous. That's not going to be there, so that won't be in the way. And if we push the bag out, that don't actually look too bad. It's all covered up. Then we can strap that to that. That might what is that? That might have solved the problem. As long as we can get all the cables. Let me do the first one as high as I can. Right. Okay. As long as we can get it further enough so we can have the cables hidden inside, because we don't want them all hanging out. That's what's going to be the tricky part. So we've got to run all the cables through. All the main stuff will go along here. The battery will go along here and straight in. So to be fair, yeah, I don't think that's too bad. Problem is I can't twist the bike the other way because the back wheel's so heavy. The frame's just not holding it. So right, let me get that on there. I'm actually quite happy with that. I'm going to bag this bit out, so we might have to do a bit there, but that's alright. Put on that. Right. That's getting everything to fit there now. Right. Join me back when I've figured something out. Right, this is the last bit I'm going to show you before the reveal. So basically, I've got the control bag, it's going to go in there, but I've took it off so I can just run all the cables in. As you see, it's a massive mess because I ain't got a lot of space to work with. So this is from the controller, and then we've got to have the battery cables connect, so they all match perfectly. Blue, yellow, green, so that's perfect. And you've got the main hub from the hub motor. Well, it just clicks in. They all click in. Then all these for the batteries, for the brakes, brake levers here, control panel. So all of this is just basically, there's no point in showing you because it all just clicks in place perfectly. It's no problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run all the cables in, and obviously the battery cable. I'm gonna run those all in and put them in, and then I'm gonna tie wrap everything up so it's all done properly. But yeah, so we're getting to the end now. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, all complete. Everything's all nicely tucked away in there. All looks really nice. All the bits and bobs on. Right, that's all complete now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share. And there's plenty more videos coming up.